Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Tekken 4 for the PS2. I'm SamuraiT-X, and when we last left off, we were Panda, and now we're going to take the world by storm by being Kuma. So, let's go and choose Kuma. Let's get these two bears out the way first. So, let's see what button. Oops. Let's press start select to exit, and then go back to being Kuma. My apologies, I picked the wrong character. Now we pick Kuma. So let's just do his story.
After losing to Paul Phoenix in the last tournament, Kuma realized that he had lost touch with his wild instincts. He realized that as long as he remained Heihachi's pet, he would be unable to use his instincts to his advantage. Thus, Kuma trained alone in the mountains of Hokkaido, determined to regain his powers. Life in the wilderness was more brutal than any training Kuma had endured under Heihachi. Despite this, Kuma continued his harsh regimen. He burned with a desire to defeat Paul. His efforts eventually paid off. His skills improved dramatically, and he even developed new attacks of his own. But the one thing Kuma could not give up was his addiction to television. Every so often he went down to the village and watched TV through the villagers' windows. During his second year of training, Kuma went down to the village as usual. While looking through the window of one particular house, he saw a television commercial announcing the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4. Kuma's instincts burned for battle as he headed towards the tournament site. Paul would be at the tournament, and Kuma was determined to defeat him.
So that's Kuma's story, ladies and gentlemen. And we're facing Julia first. Why are we facing a woman first? Come on, game. Let me face men. But yeah, I told you in the previous video that Kuma lost to Paul in the third tournament, which he did. And then Panda was concerned, as you saw in her intro. So, yeah, with Panda being concerned just a little, as they said, Kuma went to do training for 2 years. And Kuma's found some clothes in the process. I don't know how Kuma's found any sort of clothes, but don't question it, Samurai, just don't. But yeah, I'm not going to give too much spoilers. Well, I probably should give one spoiler. I should, because I did with the previous one. But yes, Kuma's rival for the rest of this game, for the rest of this franchise, is actually Paul Phoenix. And surprisingly, that doesn't surprise me, considering he lost to Paul in the previous tournament, because Paul went unbeaten in the third tournament. Normally that actually would kill, but it didn't. But yeah, Paul and Kuma are rivals for the rest of the franchise. Paul pretty much went to the side of comedy. I did like the serious side of Paul. He was comedy still, don't get me wrong. I know everyone was complaining about how Paul went from badass to a joke, but you gotta be more serious about yourself. Paul has, don't get me wrong, Paul has been a serious character, but in Law's endings, he's always a joke. You know, he's always a comedy. But so like Tekken 2, he failed to do that somersault thing, and then in Tekken 3 again he failed to do it because no, he failed to do the frog. Sorry, yeah, the frog man or the frog move that Law does. So in the second game he failed to do the somersault and landed on his face. Then obviously him and Law in the in the third game, and Forest Law did the Frogman, and Forest Law pulled it off, but the other two did not. So Paul has had a bit of comedy in him, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I don't mind. It's just his story has taken a turn for the ridiculous. Now let's swing by Brian and slam him to the ground. Conveniently, that was enough to beat him. I don't know what Kuma said. Probably saying, "Yay, I win." Alright, finally we're facing actual competitive people. I'm not saying that Julia's not competitive, but you know, I don't want to beat up a woman as a bear. Like, come on, man. I don't know who would want to beat a woman up with as a bear. Maybe if I was Panda, then it would be different, because Panda is a woman. Or girl. So yeah, it's more fair. But Kuma is a wild bear, and he's developed this aggressive instinct. Kind of funny. I was thinking in my head when they said Kuma's developed his own fighting style, I'm thinking, you mean so as Panda too? I mean, Panda like somehow inherits everything Kuma does. I mean, they're not standalone characters. They're both always going to be the same thing. I'm pretty sure they always will be. Like, there's never going to be like one space for Kuma and one for Panda, because they're both practically the same. Right, Horang's down for round 1. We had to make a slight comeback, just a slight one. Horang did have a lot of health compared to me. That's okay. Things are pretty easy. Okay, I lied about things are pretty easy. But, I've had mixed results in this game with some characters. Horang, I did lose to Jin, actually. So, yeah, like I said, mixed results. With Brian, I did lose as well. And, Marduk, I lost. And, someone else. But yeah, things have been okay. Not gonna say that they've been sound, because they haven't. Throw you, and that's how Horang defeated. So it's the throws that defeat them. The last bit of the throw. Like slamming Brian to the ground, beat him, and then just throwing Horang away. Hello, Jin. Please don't beat me, Jin. Jamasruna. Don't mind me. If I stay quiet, it's because I'm dancing to this theme. I mean, come on, listen to this theme. Honestly, I know everybody, I'm sorry, I'm going to bring this up. You can write in the comments if you want, but I'm going to leave you with the question of the day. What is your favorite Tekken soundtrack? What is your favorite one? What is your least favorite Tekken soundtrack? I don't think that anybody's going to have a least favorite Tekken soundtrack. The Game Boy one don't count, so don't put the Game Boy version of Tekken. Alright? Tekken Advance, don't put that down, that would be too easy. What's your favorite Tekken soundtrack? What's your least favorite Tekken soundtrack? And what is the most underrated Tekken soundtrack? For me, I don't know really. I would say this game actually has the most underrated soundtrack. It does. For me, this game has the most underrated soundtrack because everybody doesn't really talk high about Tekken 4. But yeah, this one I think for me has the is the most underrated soundtrack. I don't particularly have a least favorite Tekken game soundtrack. I don't. I'm not gonna say that any of them are my least favorite because they all have their own moments where they shine. I mean, for the latter Tekken games, some of the songs are a bit. Some of the songs you can replace if you don't like them and such, but I'm not going to say I don't like the Tekken soundtrack. I do. I like all of them. My favourite one, I don't have a least favourite, so yeah, I don't think I've helped my cause with that, but I'm pretty sure some of you might have a least favourite Tekken soundtrack. My favourite one is probably between Tekken 2 and Tekken 3. I'm going to say Tekken 2 and 3 are my favourites. I just don't know which one to pick. If I listen to my heart because of nostalgic purposes and it was my first one, I'm probably going to say 2. But if I listen to my head, it's going to say 3. So it's hard to pick between Tekken 2 and 3, but those two are always going to be my favourite soundtracks of the franchise, and the most underrated one is this one in my opinion, because nobody really gives much love to this game. I mean, I know it's the black sheep because it's dark, the plot's dark and whatnot. Thank you. I was saying, what the hell, Lay? Like, I should be focusing on the fight, but I'm talking more about the soundtrack. But yeah, Tekken 4 for me will always be underrated. Like, I like this game. Yeah, it's not fast like Tekken 3. Don't get me wrong, it's a bit slower in terms of its gameplay, but like, I just like the dark overturn they took for this game. Like, it's fine to take a fighting game to have a dark story. You know, a lot of things are dark in this game, and I like it. Oh, I love Authentic Sky. This theme lays down. That's good news. But yeah, we've beaten 5 people while I've rambled. But yeah, again, do leave your if you do stumble across this video, please do leave your responses in the comments. What's your favorite Tekken soundtrack? What's your least favorite Tekken soundtrack? And what is the most underrated Tekken soundtrack? And obviously, if I do get any of them, no matter how late you comment, or if you comment on said day, or any time you want, if you comment anytime, I will reply likely. Like, give your reasons and why. You don't have to go full detail, but I did go a bit slight detail actually. So if you go full detail with your favorite, least favorite, and then underrated all in one, like, or if you just write a simple 2 lines and whatnot, it's up to you. But if you don't write your reasons why and you just write the game titles in what's your favorite, what's your least favorite, and what's the most underrated, I'll also respect that, because yeah, I'll just reply saying either good choice or interesting and stuff like that, or I'll just type why these ones, you know. Stage 7. Hello, Paul. Nice to see you. So throughout the tournament, right, so now that we're here, actually, I'll give away the story after this. So Paul actually was unbeaten throughout Iron Fist 3 and a bit of Iron Fist 4, and I say he was a bit. Okay, fine, Paul. You want to play like that? You're cutting off my story. Fine. I'm gonna have to beat your ass just for you doing that. That was a bit rude. Right. Yeah, you can do your little shredder dance or little shredder kicks. I'm just gonna have you in the corner. I have you now. There we go. Yeah, how about that, Paul? How you like being cornered, huh? Huh? Right, fine, right, let's go. Right. I'm trying to not be as hype, because sometimes my voice does get too bassy. That's to the point where I have to try and reduce the noise suppression. I mean, I am going to get a bit hyped still, don't get me wrong. You can already feel my energy, like, wee, let's go, Paul. Goodbye, Paul, slam. Alright, you can still feel my energy, because the way I'm talking and whatnot. You can tell I'm always motivated whenever you can hear my energy for the way I talk. Alright, so final stage. Alright, so let me get back to the Paul story, since we beat him. So Paul was unbeaten throughout majority of this tournament. I say majority because he did go through quite a bit. But then he lost to Kuma. Yep, that is true. Paul lost to Kuma, so we're playing as Kuma, and he does beat Paul. So Paul's long undefeated streak came to an end by the hands of a bear. Wow, believe it or not, of all things to Paul to lose to, he lost to a bear. But that's okay, Kuma did decide to go aggressive this time. Kuma himself did not win the tournament, by the way, but he did. He did go into that tournament with a purpose, and that's defeating Paul, and he did it. It just shows, you know, if you put dedication into your craft to try and better somebody, you will eventually do it. And we lost to Heihachi. Okay, well, no, we haven't lost. Did you just step on me? No. You are worse than Paul. You just stepped on your pet. Alright, Kuma, let's make Heihachi our you-know-what. The rudeness of this guy. Let's eat him. Even though you don't want to eat expired meat, because he's too old. That's okay. Don't worry, eventually damaged goods. You will be damaged goods, Heihachi, eventually, told you. Get up. There's still one more round. Get your ass up. Yeah, you can kick the floor. I don't really care. Let's dance. Ouch. I didn't expect you to do a Hadouken. Right. Let's go. God, you taste disgusting. Get out of here. Haha, you idiot. You just went into my... You just stayed there like a dumbass. Ouch. I wish I could do that. Oh, God. No, stop it. I wish I could do that. Oh. Let me get up first, man. Yeah, I wish I could do that move to Heihachi, but I don't think I will. Never mind, I will. Wee, ring around the rosy slam. You did. Yeah, let's swing you around. You swing me right around, slam you right down. Oh, he patronized Heihachi. After defeating Paul and winning the tournament, he does not do that, by the way, but he does defeat Paul. Kuma set his sights on a new goal. I'm gonna try my ball at corporate management. No, what? Imagine a bear running businesses in reality. That would be friggin' silly. Alright, so let's look at his ending. Kuma arrived to claim Heihachi's fortune. Oh, hey! Well, Kuma, you did the right thing, because the last paper would have lost everything back to Heihachi. So you slapped him in the face. Kuma, you made the best choice of your life there. That's pretty funny, actually. But yeah, when we come back, folks, on Saturday, we're going to take on another character. So I'll see you guys on Saturday for another episode of Tekken 4. Till next time, guys. Goodbye.